We are back at the CPTC for the 62nd running of the Canadian Power Toboggan Championships, getting a chance to talk with some of the premier drivers here in North America as they contend for this very coveted title. Very happy to be spending a few minutes with really just a good friend of mine that I've known for many years, Mr. Tom Olson. How are you?
Doing very well. Glad to be here and good to see you again.
Yeah, it's fun. It's you're one of those guys I just look forward to talking to because you're never quite sure where it's going to go.
Hey, hopefully that's a good thing, but we're happy to be here at CPTC, and the weather's shaping up to be great.
Oh, it's a great track, too. The track's in fantastic shape. The weather today and tomorrow looks good. We're hoping for Sunday, but we'll see what happens.
Absolutely. These guys do a great job here.
Yeah, really do. Let's talk about your season a little bit. I think you're, ninth in the Pro Star Cup Tour points series this year on the 440 Champ. But you've got the F3 kind of dialed in, huh? You've had some recent success on that beast?
Yeah, it's awesome to come from Valcourt with a couple of wins on that thing. It's running really good right now. Now it's been off for a couple of weeks and we haven't been doing much of anything, so we'll see what happens here. Practice is about to start here and we're going to get out there and see what it's like. I'm sure it'll be great. Dave and Dustin and Dermot and the rest of the team have been still hard at work here over the last few weeks and excited to get back out there.
Because of your success on the F3, do you have a preference now that you maybe didn't have before on which sled you like more?
Yeah, I just like being on the track, so that's always my preference. It really doesn't matter which sled it is. Yeah, you have some more ups and downs really with both sleds, but it's just great to be out on the track and really enjoy both sleds, honestly.
Yeah. 27 drivers in the champ field here this weekend for both the final round of the Pro Star Cup Tour and the CPTC Championship. That's a pretty impressive number, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah, we've been getting a lot of really good champ numbers this year, even with the out east and back here in December. They had really good numbers, so it's awesome to see everybody coming out here to the races, and the numbers in the champ class are awesome. Nice.
What's driving that? What do you think is going on here?
I think people are just motivated for the class. There's a lot of good competition. There's now getting to be money because there is the numbers that are being drawn to the race. Money always helps.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of effort and money included to get to the racetrack every weekend. Just like you saw the races out east, putting a lot of dollars on the line too to get people to draw out there, and the numbers showed it as well. So it's awesome to have all this competition now, and there's a lot of fast sleds out there now.
There really are. There's some young, hungry drivers too. They come in, and I've talked to a few, and they seem kind of, meek and kind of, not really that out there. But then they put the race helmet on, and it's like a whole different ballgame.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of quiet, sneaky, very good, aggressive drivers.
I think you're in that category.
Hopefully.
What's your favorite part about racing? What is it? I mean, what's the draw?
Yeah, it's a really good question. I don't think about that all that often just because you kind of live it and don't get that question very often, but I just enjoy, the camaraderie just like this, or, being at the track and seeing everybody. But then obviously there's the racing part of it too, getting out on the track and just kind of that adrenaline rush that you can't get with everything that you do. So kind of just looking for that adrenaline rush and that speed. I've always been needing that need for speed, I guess you could say, and it's just really enjoyable to be out there and have fun with it, and it's been good so far.
You have what I think is a rather unique personality, because when it comes to competitiveness, you not only enjoy long, drawn-out events like these ultra marathons you run and these types of things, but you also seem to really enjoy these 5 and 7 lap sprint races that are, balls to the wall for a very short time versus this long duration. Where's that come from?
Good question. I guess you got to have a mix in life, right? You got to have a little bit of a mixture of endurance and quick sprints. You got to be an all-around individual and an all-around athlete, so you got to get a little bit of everything. I think just, with it all, there's an end goal to both of it. One, with the ultramarathon stuff, just finishing the race, and 2, being competitive. You want to do better than everybody else. Mm-hmm. Same thing with ice oval racing. There's the need for speed there, and then the adrenaline rush of being out there, going fast and going into the corners, and then also the competitive side of it of wanting to beat everybody else. So there's some similarity there still.
I guess I can understand that. When you strap the helmet on, you run a 5-lap heat race. Do you have any unusual thoughts when you're racing, like where are you going to dinner, or about a movie you saw last week, or how long the trip home's going to be? Is there any of that going on, or is it only RPMs, corner, that kind of stuff?
It's maybe the typical squirrel. But I don't know. I mean, there's always that random thought that you get, but honestly, you try and do the best you can to focus on what the task is there for those 5 laps, because you only get a couple of minutes or less, to do what you need to do and beat everybody else. That's the goal, is to win, obviously. So I just kind of try and focus on that, but you do need that distraction sometimes to kind of calm the nerves and just kind of give you that woosa, I guess you could say, and just be relaxed out there at the same time.
You've got a great insight to racing. I always love talking to you about it. So we're going to hit you up with the FXR Fast 10.
Oh boy.
Okay? Ready?
Absolutely.
Steak or chicken?
Chicken.
Salsa or guacamole?
Guacamole.
Or rather go to Hawaii or Mexico?
Hawaii.
Xbox or PlayStation? Xbox.
Xbox.
Darts or pool?
Pool.
iPhone or Android?
Android.
Cable or satellite?
Satellite.
Jet ski or motocross bike?
Jet ski.
Swimming pool or lake?
Lake.
You know what the last question is?
Reese's.
Good answer. Takes a lot of people to get you to the racetrack. Who do you want to thank?
Absolutely. Dave, Dustin, Dermont at the track every weekend. They bust their butt week in and week out and weekends. And then everybody else at the shop at Wall Brothers Racing. They do a phenomenal job with Blaine and I to get our sleds ready throughout the week and, helping out at the track all the time. And then obviously FXR always making us look good. Polaris Racing. Tom and Ben at the race shop have always been great to us, and we really enjoy their involvement with the sport. Rick at Woody's Traction, they've been a long time team member of ours, and it's great to have their products, and they do a really good job for us. Walker Evans Shocks, Camzo Tracks, I'm sure I'm missing a couple, but really appreciate everybody's hard work there and appreciate all the support that everybody gives us.
Yeah, fantastic. Expect to see you doing really well in the F3, and I'd really like to see you get up there with the champ, too.
Absolutely. We got the new champ now, so we're doing good.
Awesome to hear. Good luck, Tom.
Thank you.
Yep.